This is, it's an honor to have you both here on our Learn With Us session here. As you know, the entire week has, or not entire week, but the last or this is the third day, but the last couple of days has been always all about learning with us, and it's about being online printing and web to print, and you chose to have the last session here today. Is that because you just wanted to conclude everything that all the others didn't manage to do, or why did you chose that spot? Dhiraj, I think you have to answer because we can't hear Nidhi.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, we wanted to see the flavor of all the different applications, and of course we wanted to, and as a conclusion, we wanted to present what most innovative applications we have come across, and how does we differentiate ourselves. So that probably is not was targeted for ourselves, but it was targeted especially with consideration of the attendees who is participating in this fantastic session conducted by INKISH, so that when they conclude as a final summary, they come out with the required information in order to decide where they want to go and which application they want to opt.
I think the most important thing in what you just said is two things. One thing is the fact that you have, I think you have been, somebody from Design and Buy have been very, I think, participating in almost all sessions. So I think that you have maybe learned something too, right?
Right.
But I also like the approach that you are using the opportunity to participate in this, because I think what we wanted it to happen about is something where everybody can learn from, not just from competitors, but also who should I reach out to get more information that is relevant for my printing company, right?
Right. See, what we definitely genuinely believe that every company, every web to print provider actually, they are trying to help print industry further scale their business, right? So objective behind having such offering is probably common in all the platforms, all the companies. It's all about what we learn from each other, and further how we do, how we can help further companies. That is what the objective probably I think every company and organization is following.
Yeah, and Nidhi is trying. Yeah, Nidhi just trying to get in. So we'll give her a couple of minutes. No, but it's cool because you guys emphasize or really are into the let's say the storefront area, and then also probably with the backend. So the all-in-one designer. So it's new for me. So I'm eager to see what you guys can do. And we just came out of another session with HP, which was directed a bit more onto the, let's say, on the workflow systems after a storefront input into a system, which is exactly what we want to show with the sessions, the different approaches. So yeah, so Dhiraj, and actually, what is your function within Design and Buy?
Yeah, so I'm leading the entire sales and business development activity here. So my key role is to make sure the sales department and support department is making sure to deliver best in class, first of all, consultancy to the PSPs, because that is what they expect from us being a web to print provider, right? And post implementation, there should be a dedicated support in order to help them focus more on their business, less on application, right? That's where the adaptability could be. So for that, there is an extended team who work collaboratively as a team with the client, so that the successful implementation can go and the better ROI can be generated.
Okay. And Ashak, I don't know if you know, but Nidhi is actually the CEO and the owner of Design and Buy. And just for people to know,
guys, can you hear me now?
Now you're in.
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah. So Nidhi is and Design and Buy is based in Ahmedabad in Gujarati in India, and it's quite funny because, as you know, we had your good friends from On-Print Shop yesterday, and I was just wondering, because I've been many times in Ahmedabad, and I think it's a city of 11 million people, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's also a city with a very good high level of university in IT and technology, right?
Yes, it houses actually one of the prestigious business schools. IIM Ahmedabad is one of the best management and business schools in India. It is the best in India. And similarly, IIT Gandhinagar is one of the best engineering colleges in India. So yes,
And
we house some of.
Yeah, and I know also one of the, I mean, you know, when we hear that, we think, okay, that is good, of course. But I also hear that sometimes IT companies in Ahmedabad have some problems. And let me share with you what I think I know. It's that both Google and Microsoft have also offices in Ahmedabad, and they take employees away from all other if they can get around with it, right?
See, I mean, we have plenty of resources available in India. You know, I mean, it is an IT hub. I think it's an household thing in India, right? If you don't have an engineer in your home, it's not right. So yes, I mean, we do have ample supply, as you say. The only thing is you have to pick the right candidates. The way we do it in Design and Buy is we have a very thorough process, and I think whom we prefer is who understand our values. We are a team built by people, right? We are a team. We are engineers. None of us come with a management degree or maybe a professional management certification. We are a team built by engineers. So we always look for like-minded people who are passionate, who are customer centric, who think that why we are doing this. We are doing this for our customers. They are happy. We are happy. So whatever we make, we build, right from sales to the people who deliver, then the support team. They understand the concept that at the top of it is customers, right? Our recruitment
Totally right.
process revolves around the same concept.
And I can't help think about, because I did an interview with Unity at the Print Pack fair in Greater Noida a couple of years ago, and now it has been postponed. And you know, I said to the organizers that when you do it on December 20th to 24th, I think it would be difficult to get a lot of European and American media to come and cover the show. But who knows, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, the scenario is changing so fast, Morten. The world is becoming like a single place. You interact with people, and now we have been exhibiting in Print Track from last 3 to 5 sessions, and every year, every new season, I mean, the situation changes. We are seeing more visitors coming in from all over the world. So yes.
I agree, and it was very fun to be there the last time, I must admit, because it was the first time actually I was at the Print Pack show with INKISH. Otherwise, I was being there as a private person, and it was very interesting and very funny, and always a fantastic experience to visit India, in good and bad. I can tell you one little funny thing before we go into the live session. It was actually, we just invested in a drone just before going there. And we wanted to make from the outside of the building with the drone. And, you know, you can't imagine how many people we had to talk to. And suddenly one guy says, we can fly here. And then he told me afterwards, I didn't ask anybody, and I am not allowed to tell you to fly there, but you did. So this is the fantastic thing of, you know, taking leadership, I think. So, guys, I think that what we should do now is basically hand over the mouse and the screen and the microphones to you guys, and then let our audience see what Design and Buy is all about, and then we can have a Q&A afterwards. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Tell us a bit about it and take it away.
Yeah, take it away.
Okay. So Dheeraj, yes. I just would like to share that whatever we are going to show today is based on one single concept, that web to print is probably just one piece of software that many of the printers use. They use probably several systems like CRMs, ERPs, inventory systems, accounting systems, e-commerce. We at Design and Buy believe that our job is to create a very progressive, scalable web-to-print solution that caters to the need of printers getting online orders and pushing these jobs directly into printable format into their backend systems. So what web to print does is what our solution does, and that's the very reason that rather than reinventing the wheel and having our own e-commerce, we always kept our e-commerce as open source. So even from the printers who are just getting started, they can choose maybe a ready e-commerce platform that's available on SaaS as let's say Shopify, BigCommerce, or WooCommerce, or the mature ones can select from other range of choices like Magento and Knob Commerce, or maybe you can have your own existing e-commerce platform. So we don't want you to change your existing system. What we do and believe is adopt web to print, plugging it in with your existing systems. That's our concept. And what we do best is we offer the best of web to print solution and components. That's our expertise. So I think we are one of the most successful web to print providers in customizing the web to print solution and make it fit to your business, not the other way around. So I think that's our USP. And with this, I'll hand over now to Dheeraj for further live demonstration of some of the very exciting, unique features that we have in our solution and the platform.
Perfect. Thank you, Nidhi. Thank you very much. Yeah. So first of all, thank you, INKISH TV for arranging this, wonderful session, and thank you very much to all the attendees, right, who is going to spend their valuable time, and I make sure to provide a key information, right, especially related to web to print implementation. So maybe first of all, what I will do is I'll share my screen, and I hope my screen is visible. Can you guys please confirm?
It's not visible right now, Dheeraj.
Okay. Just a second.
Mm-hmm. Now we can see it.
Perfect. Okay, so what we will do today is, first of all, I'm going to present our specially designed application. We call it All-in-One Designer, and we'll be discussing how flexible, as Nidhi was referring, the need of print companies or PSPs in the market with web to print is most scalable and futuristic application in the market. And when I say most futuristic and scalable, that means the application should be flexible enough to get customized as per the business requirement you have. Second, it could have a more flexibility in order to let you scale your product offering down the time. So it doesn't matter which segment you are into currently. If you are into wide format, but down the time you have a different roadmap to scale your product offering, the application should be flexible enough to handle your changing need as well. So first of all, as you can see,
can I just ask Nidhi maybe to switch off the mic for Nidhi?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Carry on. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So right now, as you can see on screen, I have just opened some of our existing customer website, right? So first of all, when it comes to web to print, the most common aspect which have also a high probability that PSP consider is the UI of the front store. So let's say when we talk about the UI, so either like this customer, you can see you can have a UI like them, which we deliver as a part of application, right, where you can present your product offerings in more decent ways. Further, right, if you have any specific product segment, you have a different verticals where you are focusing into, and you want to have a specific storefront which meets the flow of your business requirement, your branding, so you can also go for custom theme, and solution is so capable to handle those, right? Further, the application supports multi-language and multi-currency both. So right now, as you can see on website, this is our live website of our existing customer from Netherlands. They have website in both English and Dutch. So you can even have website in multiple languages, multiple currencies, that even open the wide area for you in order to promote your website in a different countries, having a website in different languages and currencies, and scale your customer base as well. Third, like if you look at this website, they are probably, you know, mostly into promotional and merchandise segment. They have more than 200,000 products already there in their website. Many suppliers had been integrated. They had their own specific requirement in order to present their information. Even when I get into their, you know, different segment of product, for example, let's say if I select mask, they even, you know, have a multiple mask presented over here. And further, they have, a, you know, what could be specific to their industry. So those specific modifications, they have done it in their website. Like, you know, they have a filter option, which could let customer even filter the mask based on the colors. They have a different filter options as well. Even if I talk about some other options which they have implemented, like they wanted to let customer even purchase, you know, same mask maybe for different colors and different quantities, so that they have implemented. They have even implemented price match facility, which, you know, let customer even paste the URL of competitor and see the comparison of price, or maybe, you know, get the best matching price for that particular you know, product from them. So those are some specific you know, need they had as per their segment, as per their customer, and, you know, we played a key important role in order to tailor the application to fit the application completely into their 100% business need without compromising, you know, the functionality. Now, so let's say if I just go and quickly demonstrate the application. So right now I have the demo store of our all-in-one designer, which is, you know, so the reason we kept the name all-in-one because of the flexibility this designer has in order to manage different sales channels like a B2C, B2B, you know, franchisees or resellers, or even, you know, it could be ideal application for commercial printer, or even those who are into print broker model completely, so they can manage their you know, vendors, and even if you are associated with suppliers, so you can integrate suppliers and all, right? Further, this, in terms of flexibility in managing the different segment of product, so the one application is, you know, quite capable of handling whether it is a stationery, marketing, wide format product, or even if you are into packaging, promotional, gifting, photo book even, you know, so the same application can help you manage all the different segment of product. Or even if you, you know, like if I just go through the some of the quick product overview over here. So I've just selected a dummy business card product on our demo store. So here I'm just trying to give you flavor of the designer tool flexibility. So right now what you see on the screen, we have, you know, we call it quick edit functionality. So more or less in web to print, of course, if we, you know, consider the customer, then not every customer could be good in designing, you know, and maybe using a designer tool and all. So what you can also do using our, you know, inbuilt quick edit functionality, you can present the template right at the production information page, and whatever contents, you know, in that design is required, that in customer can fill in right in available forms, right? So let's say if I just want to put my second name as well, right? So I can fill that. Further, you know, I see the live preview. I have a better control as well. So any changes I want to do, I can do that. Once I'm done, I can simply go here, select my configuration, what I purchased, and I can add to cart, right? The most important part again here is that system is so smart that when customer click on that particular product, it even fetch the information right from the customer profile. So as a you know, result, you can see when I selected this particular product, system automatically went inside my profile, seen what are the informations are available, which is required in this template, and it automatically fetched all those information for me. So as a customer, I don't need to even fill the information. I can see the directly live product. You know, so that's the simplicity you can deliver to your end customer. And of course, as a print business owner, your objective would be also to increase the average order value from each individual visitor, right, on your website. So when you are presenting those information, you can also present your cross-selling product, okay? And even those cross-selling product could have live data of customers. Like you can see, my name is Jan, you know, so my name is coming over here, the information of company and logo is all getting fetched from my profile. So as a customer, when I see other product with live my data, I feel so encouraged to, you know, place an order for those products as well. And as a result, you get average order value higher from each individual customer. Similarly, you know, this is just a label product where, you know, let's say you consider that it's a collection of labels, right? For let's say school. So even here, if I just type it, anything, it applies to all the different types of labels in one go. And as a customer, I see the preview and I feel so encouraged, and place an order. So that's the simplicity you can deliver when we talk about quick edit. Second option could be that you can also let customer get into an extensive designer tool where they have much more control in order to design and change the elements inside that. So here I selected again a different business card where let's say either customer could have a print ready file with them. So maybe they can just come over here and upload the file, or they may be, they can have need of, let's say this is a B2C customer, right? So he might not be that good in designing. So he might want to see that what are the design templates library you have on your website. And that's where you can even manage your design library. You can even let customer either create design from scratch, or they can, browse a different segment of, design library as well. So let's say I selected one particular design sample, and right now I'm inside designer tool. So this is the HTML5, based designer tool, completely mobile responsive. I'll also show you how does this work in mobile phone. Okay. So here you can see, like, this is a sample business card. This is a front, back side. This is the front side. We have a lot of control available over here, right? So for customer, if they want to enable grid or they want to enable ruler, so there are a lot many options. They can control it from here. Even they can add new tags. They can add new text paragraph. Let's say I want to write my name over here. I can simply go and type it. It's so easy. And I can just drag it where I want to move it. If I want to change the colors, fonts, those are all the different levels of management you have it right here. Similarly, there are clip arts, there are images which can be used, even for images, there are a management of folders where customer can have their previous image uploaded, and whenever they need in future, they can use it as well. Similarly, in case if I want to maybe switch to new template, I can switch to new template as well. I don't need to go back, right? So I can access all the informations what I need, right? Even when I'm inside designer tool. Further, if there are any further options of layout you want to offer, like maybe, let's say for backside, maybe you want to give customers some specific ready-made or, designs which many people preferably use. So you can also have a various layout structure specific to the sites, right? So it's quite easy. And once, let's say I'm done with my designing, I can simply click on preview. There are various options of preview. I can also have actual size preview of the product. I can even have fit to screen preview of the product, right? And once I'm done, I would be even able to proceed. I can validate all my data and I can check out, right? Like a normal e-commerce functionality, we integrate the payment and shipping gateways as well as of your choice. Now, further, if I talk about the flexibility for end customers, so they can even save the design. So, so maybe let's say I'm not that ready to place an order right away, or maybe I'm placing an order, but I want to make copy of this particular design what I have created, so that whenever I want to maybe read it, some content inside my design in future, so I can save my design as well into my account section and I can re-access it down the time. Now, if I talk about the flexibility now here for the designer tool, let's say here I was playing around with business card. Now let's say if I talk about ID card or maybe any such product where a variable data print concept is so useful or important. So system supports variable data print as well. So here you can see this is a sample ID card where most of the informations are variable. So in case if I have a multiple user for whom I'm placing an order for ID card, I can simply come over here. I can keep on adding information for all the variables which is there inside ID card. Or if my lists are so higher, I can simply download the CSV, which could have the same list of information. I can fill that and I can come over here and upload that field copy. So let's say if I just go here and maybe I had prepared one field copy, so I can just use that here. And there's the image, so I'm just loading that image in zip file. So now when it loads, I'll have to just click on import option here. Let it just load it here. Maybe I have uploaded a big images here. Oh, sorry for the interference. Okay, maybe I can proceed with, and maybe I can refresh it for now so that I can revisit that back. Okay. Also, if I talk about, wide format product where you need even custom size product support, to let customer input what size, of product they want. So you can also let, customer input that. So for example, let's say I need 40:20, system calculates the area, and even it calculates the price dynamically as well as weight dynamically, right? It's so, right, unique as well in the area of wide format product support. So it will support those segment of product as well. Similarly, any COVID specific, any die cut, sublimations, such kind of product, also floor graphics, you want to offer, you can offer those product as well. It supports really well over there, behaves differently. Similarly, if let's say you are into packaging product, so the designer tool can also generate a 3D preview. So for example, as you can see, I have selected one particular 3D product. The best part over here is that you can let your customer even decide what size of box they want actually. So that 3-dimensional custom size support is also there. And based on that, the dynamic price calculation also be configured. So for example, I have 8 or 4 or 4" of size. I can put that, or even I can change it at the runtime. So let's say I have configured this. This is the sample design I have created. Like you can see, whatever side I select, the preview will be generated. So live 3D preview will be getting. Even if this is outside design, that if customer want to also create design inside, so that can also be done. You can see that. Okay, I can even see that open lead. Also, if I want to see how it will be finally look like, in closed lead, so I can also do that. So this is so user friendly, and especially those who are into packaging product, they can find it so interesting in order to help customer, because packaging is something, it's not like a normal business card or letterhead or flyer kind of product. This needs some specific configuration, some specific simplicity for the customer to use. Of course, even, you can let customer download the sample file where they can create the design, and using, import option, they can upload their direct ready designs as well, and they can see the preview, right? So it is well supported over here. Now, if I talk about another segment of product, let's say maybe a photo book, which is classic example. So you can relate it with any different segment of product, maybe let's say packaging, means brochures or multi-page products. So you can see it's a photo book. I just have created once. So it's quite user-friendly. It supports multi-page product as well. There's a good functionality over here, which let you even push the images, automatically by the system. So let's say if someone is creating a photo book, maybe having 20 pages, more than 200 image blocks, so they don't have to manually drag and drop the images inside. Instead, they can just upload the image and click on autofill. System automatically creates the 3D, the photo book, which they can preview it, and they can place an order. So it will support that particular segment as well. Now, if we talk about promotional or merchandise segment, so here I have just selected one t-shirt product where you can see the designer tool UI probably looks same, but the behavior is quite different, right? The way you've seen in maybe packaging and then photo book. So the designer tool is actually behaving differently, the way it is required in that particular segment of product. So here in t-shirt, I have probably an image presentation of the image product. You can actually control what design area should be there. Even customer would be able to design within that area. They can select which color they want to choose. So whatever color management you have, they can use it. You can even have ready designs for them to use, or even name and number, right? So let's say if someone wants to maybe put their name and number in the backside, so you can also let them do that as well. If I go forward, here I've just selected a dummy mug product where I've just used one of my old images here. So for such merchandise, promotional product, or even any segment of product, let's say you want to also enable 3D preview for the customer, where you want to give a glimpse to them that how their final product will look like. So let's say here on mug, if I select and click on preview, I have a final mug, how it will look like, right? So that's the beauty of the application. I can visualize it before I purchase, right? So that you can do. And as I mentioned in starting, you have complete support of mobile. So we have even specific UI for mobile and iPad, and it is so easy and user friendly for customer to manage even, or use the designer tool even there from mobile phones, right? You can see that it's so user friendly. You have all the action items available, below, and you just have to, use it. That's it, right? So now, so as you've seen, it's fast more from the B2C perspective. But let's say if I talk about B2B, where you have a private B2B customer, where there's a need of, maybe creating a private storefront where only the authorized employee of that company can log in, and that store could have a digital assets of your B2B customer. So in that case, system let you create even private login page for each of your B2B customer. Consider mockup is your B2B customer, so you can see there's a private login page which could, where only authorized employee from the mockup could log in. Of course, you can manage approval rules and credit note facility for them. Now you can see when I logged in here, it's a private store where only those products are visible which actually belong to this company, and those templates, right, belongs to mockup. So that's the simplicity and the personalization you can deliver to your B2B customer, and that helps you streamline your ordering and reordering process as well with them, right? Further, let's say either you are into trade print model associated with multiple resellers in the market, or maybe you are planning to get into that model and increase maybe franchisees or use franchisees or reseller model as a new sales channel for your business. In that case, system can also help you create branded reseller storefront for each and every B2B resellers, where they can promote your product offering maybe on their brand name, wherein you as a admin centrally manage all the orders which is coming from all the different reseller storefront or franchises storefront, right? And you drop ship those orders to customer directly, and in parallel you manage the commission structures as well on which you work. So this was just about the front store. Maybe I can just give you a quick overview of the backend as well. So when I log in into the backend, there's a dashboard, where you have key informations, and even it is a role-based access support. So being a business owner, you might want to have all the information accessible to you, wherein for your other employees, you want to restrict the access based on their KRAs. So you can even control those access as well. So now let's say if I first of all go and, when I talk about the product, how easy it would be for you to create. So here I selected a dummy product of business card. Just have some basic information just to fill in. Of course, either you can create this manually, or even the system supports, product import facility through CSV. So you can also, have those product information listed in CSV in the required format, and you can import that as well into the system. So let's say here, if I go, I have to just put you can see there are some of the information which is marked in star, which is compulsory. So I have to just put the information. I can just put the base price of the product. Even there are advanced pricing structure where you can define the special price for a specific period of time for any particular product. Even you can have a tier-based pricing structure where based on quantity you can offer different set of discounts, or even you have a grouping pricing structure where you can club your customer into different groups, and based on the transaction value with each and every group of customer, you can offer different pricing structure, right? So there's a different flexibility you have in order to manage the pricing. Similarly, you have these all are just secondary options where you have even stock management, etc. You can put the weight. If I just go down, you can even manage it in your storefront if you want to highlight this product into any of these segments. So you can just manage all these aspects as well. Further, you have all this classification easily done, which could help you easily understand what are the information you have to input here. Like here, if you have to go, you have to upload image. Then from the SEO perspective, you can manage your SEO related detail. Whatever cross-selling and upselling product you want to manage, you can just manage it over here. Any customization options like when the pricing calculator, if I talk about. So first of all, you have a fantastic option where you can create your pricing calculator templates as well. So for example, you have a business card, and let's say you have maybe a 20 different type of business card. But of course, for that segment of product, the pricing calculator logics and options and custom options, let's say, are going to be same. So what you can do, you can even create, custom option templates, or you can say pricing calculator template for different segment of product, and you can just map it. So you don't have to even go and create all the custom options again and again for the similar segment of product. Instead, you create once and you can just map it. And of course, for any specific product, if those options are going to be different or the pricing structures are going to be different, you have complete control and you can manage it, right? So you have, in fact, in short, if I say, you have a greater level of flexibility over here to define, how you want it. And then it is all about mapping it. So you can decide in which website it is going to be available, this product, all the custom settings, designer studio settings as well. You can define, you can control actually inside designer tool, so like if I just come over here inside designer tool, you can actually control what are the options should be coming for that particular segment of product. So each and every options you can control it, and you can actually restrict, that non-usable, probably which is the option which is not required for any particular segment of product inside designer tool. You can just disable that for that segment, so that you unnecessary do not confuse or do not provide extra features to use for the customer when you know that is not going to be useful, right? That's it, and your product management is done. Okay, once that is done, let's say we talk about then creation of template. Okay, so in a web to print admin, you have a specific template builder which let you even create templates, right? So let's say I, as a designer, I can just go here, click on add new design, and let's say when I click, I will just have to put some compulsory informations like name of the templates, map it into which category it is going to be available. Come down, even I can control the URL of the template when this particular template loads. As you can see, this is very important, especially for PSP when they think about the future perspective, when they spend invest their money into digital marketing and brand awareness. So in that case, from SEO perspective, it is going to be so useful functionality where you can control the URL specific to the templates. Now, if I come down, I decide the unit of measurement for this particular template. Almost all the different units are supported here. I decide how many pages are going to be there, how many size are going, what is the size, and the margins probably going to be globally applicable, right? So you can just set it from there. Just go here, click on template builder, and the same designer tool will load here. Of course, as it's in admin, there are more control going to be available, like a support of mask and overlay, so customer can just add, your designer can add and use the same designer tool to create designs like the way it is created here. Or in case if you want to create design template still in Illustrator or let's say CorelDRAW, so in that case we have given further flexibility where you can create designs in Illustrator or CorelDRAW. You can export those design into, let's say, SVG, because the tool supports vector file. And here, so let's say here I have created all these templates in Illustrator, exported that into an SVG format. So I have a flexibility to import those designs directly inside backend, right? So that's the beauty of an application as well, that does not let you be dependent on the designer tool in the backend to create your design templates. That gives you further flexibility to your designer to use other applications as well, which they've been using. And you can see each layer, what was created in Illustrator, are readable here. Okay. Further, once that is done, you have to just save it and your template management is completely done. So it's so straightforward, so easy to manage. If I talk about order management as well, so the same business card product which I had used, I had before this session, I had placed on sample order as well. I'll just go into that particular order, right? So as you can see, first of all, before I go back, get into this order, in the order management, you can see there is a create new order option as well. So that is to actually manage your offline orders. So it doesn't matter that you are going to use the web to print backend just only for the order you are getting or receiving from your online store. But even if you have a walk-in customer, even you have a sales agents in the market, and let's say they are getting an order for you, and maybe you want to place that order from the backend, you can also do that. Even if your customer is making call or maybe visiting and asking you to place an order on behalf of them, you can actually access their information from the backend, what they have in cart, what product they visited, and maybe you can place an order on behalf of them as well. That's it's a complete order management application, I would say. And so let's see if I just talk about the order which has been placed today from the online store. So you can see there is a complete information about the customer, what billing, shipping address he had selected. There's a complete information about the product, what custom option had been selected. Okay, there's an output option as well, and even there's a vendor options, right? So for example, if you are a print broker and maybe you have a print partner whom you outsource your print job, so there's a vendor management as well available in the application, which would let you create all of your different vendors in the application, and then you can automate your outsourcing process as well. So like the moment your order is in, system will automatically identify who is the right vendor for that product, and it will automatically outsource that particular order and related information to your vendor for fulfillment. So now here, consider you have a production in-house production facility. So you can download the output file from here. If you can have a zip file right here, you can see. Even let's say you don't want to download the file manually from the backend, you can also configure your hot folder settings, right? So that you have a hot folder settings available over here. So when you create that hot folder location inside application, the system can automatically push the file and the order information to your specific location from where you can further process that particular order. So that helps you, of course, fastering the turnaround time for processing an order, and of course it has a direct impact on your overall operational cost as well. And there's a flexibility, right? So even if you have the application hosted on your server and the location of that your folder where you want the information to be pushed is on the same server, you have to just put the folder name. But if it is on remote server, right? So if it is on remote server, then you will have to just put the FTP detail of that folder. You can even define what prefix and postfix should be attached with the order ID and item ID, so that you can actually differentiate, which order. And let's say even in same order you have 5 different items, you can have it have the difference available there. So let's say if I just open this zip file, you have a print ready file in multiple format. Actually, you have vector PDF for both CMYK and RGB. You have SVG file. You have even PNG file. Of course, you can control it from backend, what file you need it, and system will of course generate that particular print file format for you. And of course, if customer has uploaded any particular image or file, so that can also be available. So let's say if I just open this print file.
Dheeraj, just be aware of the time, please.
Yeah, sure. I'll just finish it in 20 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah. So here I've just opened this print ready file of that business card template which I had placed on order. So this is layer file actually. So whatever size I increase, is going to be vector, wherein the image is going to be raster, and for that there is a quality check facility already available in the application to ensure that you receive a print file where the right quality of image is uploaded. Similarly, if you need also imposed file, right, so you can even configure your various sheet sizes as well, and system can automatically pick the right sheet size which you have mapped and give you imposed file directly, which saves a lot of time even in your pre-press activity, and that impacts overall it saves a lot of time in completing the production, right? So this was of course, and we can have of course detailed one-to-one session as well for more personalized demo session. So yes, Martin.
That was a great and fast demonstration, I must admit. So Dheeraj, congratulations on Very well prepared presentation. That was cool. I have to raise my little professional finger here because you showed an imposed sheet at the last slide. Didn't have any bleeds. I take that was just an error, right?
No, you have a management. You have a management of place.
I know it. I was just kidding because when you're talking to nerds, you have to understand that nerds go into details, right?
Right. Yeah.
So normally we take all the questions and just ask them, but I can see that Nidhi and Samaya have been very helpful in answering most of the questions already raised here. But let's take them from a few one that has not been answered. For example, Chris Hicks, I'm curious as to how we take language and different currency options off our site. I take that it's you have multi-language and you also manage multi-currency and those kind of things.
Yes. System supports multiple language and multiple currency, as I shown the live website as well. So this website is in Dutch, I believe. Similarly, we have in Spanish, we have in French. So it is up to which country they belong.
And I remember a question from a previous session. So when the language and the currency and all these things are picked, is that based on the user profile? So when, let's say I log in as a Danish person, will it then take Danish kroner if it's available?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. What do you think, Jacques? You have seen quite a few sessions this week.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I think this one is very flexible. I just had one little question because you emphasize also on the page speed. I read somewhere also in the papers. Is that due to the fact that you're on HTML5, or what is specific on page speed for mobile devices with your design and buy solution, that is?
Okay, I just have an issue in hearing you. Nidhi, would you like to take it? Maybe if you got it. Nidhi, I think your
can't hear you.
Yeah, the mic is off.
Oh, okay. My mic was off.
Yeah.
So if I understood your question correctly, yes, it is completely built using HTML5 and JavaScript, and it's fully mobile responsive. We have worked a lot on the performance aspect of it so that any customers get consistent performance across all devices, whether he's buying print from a desktop, laptop, or a mobile device. And maybe he can save it from one device and open it, edit it, and order it from the other device, right? So we have covered all those aspects into the system.
Yeah, because obviously for the B2C market, mobile applications, it's growing in importance. So that's good to hear. Yeah,
and that's the reason we have introduced that form-based editor. Most of our customers are seeing a lot of success with that, because I think, as one of our participants asked, that mobile devices generally have a very small screen space, and it's not easy to use this whole editor. And even customers don't prefer that. So if you use our form-based editor for smart editing, even complex products like photo books, you can do that, right? You can upload photos and text quickly and see it on your mobile and order it. So definitely recommend audience to go and check it on our demo site.
I have another question. In some countries in Europe, I don't know for Belgium, but in Denmark at least, it's by law obligated to show prices for end consumers. Let's say that you have a B2C solution, then you must show prices with VAT or sales tax. But if you have a B2B solution, or you have a private shop for businesses, then you will always show the prices without sales tax. Is that something that you can manage?
Yes. So we have a very strong built-in taxation component in the e-commerce section, where you can control even country-specific, state-specific, local taxes, global taxes, as per the B2C customer segments and your B2B customer segments. So yes.
But what does it do? I mean, does it add the VAT? I mean, because in I think I can't remember which solution we saw, but there was a demo yesterday where it was actually down to the product. Because, for example, in some countries like Sweden and Germany, for example, you can have different sales tax rates on different types of products, even. And I know it's very complex and stupid, but that is how the world is.
Yeah, and in fact, we integrate with third-party tax applications like Avalara and all that, through which you can control all your taxation complexities into the system. So it can pick up the tax configurations from there.
Kevin Jackson is asking, I have a native mobile app. Can I integrate your solution with it? That's a very big question, I know.
yeah, I know. Because, see, as I said, our web-to-print components, we have integrated it with almost all open source applications. We just need to understand compatibility of your technology and concept with our solution, and we can do it, right? So
Nidhi, what you're saying is basically that if a customer is building let's say a web application, a mobile application, and they, for example, let's say that I'm a printing company, I have a design and buy solution on a website, works perfect, and now I want to create my own app, and I would like to have features of my shop solution. I want that into my app, so that would be possible to do some kind of integration into that.
Yes. So, Morten, having mobile apps or building mobile apps, I hope you understand, is very specific to what kind of features you want to show in there, right? Not every customer wants to have all these hundreds different features for personalization. All I can say is definitely my answer would depend upon what kind of features you are planning in your mobile app.
Of course.
And then I can go ahead and consult, okay, how to enable this feature on your mobile app based on what features are available in the back. So that's probably a very detailed consultancy that we can offer after understanding the technology stack, the architecture, and the feature set that you want within your mobile app.
Shocks is asking locations of servers. Is that globally available, or how is that handled from your side?
Yes. I think we have it all over. So our major servers are in US, in Europe. We have one in Middle East. So based on, where you are, where your internet business is, and where your customers are, you can choose the server location, and we can deploy it there for you. And as we offer our application both on the on-premises version, that is, it is licensed, as well as we also offer a subscription, pay as you go, right? So for many of our customers, we deliver it on their servers, which they directly control in their local environment or cloud environment.
Fantastic.
I have one more question here from my side as well, because we saw some today and during the week. Does your solution also focus somewhere a bit more on packaging, and then specifically more for corrugated boxes, for example, or is that just a niche that you don't really serve at the moment?
I love this question because that's our name answers it. It's all in one, right? So our solution is built on a very modular concept. So let's say if you are only t-shirts, take our solution and take only the components that are relevant for your t-shirt printing business. If you are into wide format, take the features like building or printing banners with custom height and width, so that customers can input their length and breadth or width, and then can get the canvas area to print, right? If you are into packaging, you take our packaging component and build your e-commerce around that. So it's a very scalable solution. You can start small with a very limited catalog. As you grow your catalog without even changing anything in the solution. We'll just enable the specific modules with the growth of your business, and that's it.
That's excellent.
One question I have is also based a little bit. I think it was asked in the questions, but I was not sure it was answered the way I understood the question. And that is, when you invest in a design and buy solution, do you also supply like a lot of pre-made products and templates, or what is included when you buy it?
Thanks, Morten, for asking this, because I would like this to share.
Yeah.
Because recently we have this has been recurring requirement from many of our customers, because creating design templates is what differentiates online stores, right? The more professional designs you have, more customers you have. That's the mantra. So we have recently launched a portal, Design River. That's actually a collection of very professionally pre-editable design templates, and just our customers can just go there, subscribe or buy the packages, import it in their web to print, and they can have hundreds of templates on their fingertips.
Fantastic. We are on the very last minutes here, and it seems that everybody have got answers on their questions, even me and Jacques. So thank you very much for your time, Dheeraj and Nidhi. It was a pleasure to have you here in, I would say, 3 days of fantastic learning. I've been so amazed about what people can figure out to program and get to market, and how many different solutions. And this is just a tiny little fraction of what's out there, right? What do you think, Jacques? Hasn't it been amazing?
It's been an amazing showcase this last 3 days, and as well as was for me some of the solutions that we've shown, as well as we saw right now. For some it will be a real eye opener, and I think it was really necessary to have this, and to be able to present this to our viewers, and they can make their minds up what they will need, and they will need it.
Yeah, and just for the audience, before we have the final thing here, for the audience, all the replays are available on INKISH.news right now. This session here will be available in about 10-15 minutes as well. So you have plenty of options to go and see things. And on INKISH TV, next week we will have a little bit edited versions where you can better move forward in the sessions if you just want to fast forward to specific things. So also a warm thank you, Shocks and a few others. Kevin, guys, you have been tremendous support. Yeah, you have been here for 3 days and stuck with us. So really appreciate it. And Louis as well. Sorry, as well. So thank you very much for participating, and Nidhi and Dheeraj, thank you very much also for being part of this wonderful session here. So.
We should thank you, Morten, because no one else could have brought all the web to print providers to a central platform in this 3 days. Not only you, but each one of us were excited. Even I have gone through some of the sessions, and they've been wonderful, and I've learned a lot in this 3 days. I also thank wonderful audience that we have got here through INKISH. And I definitely recommend that you arrange such sessions going forward. Give us an opportunity to present what we do to the worldwide audience. And we wish INKISH all success in their future programs.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Be there.
Okay. Have a wonderful day and evening and mornings and everywhere you are in the world. So enjoy yourself, and I hope at maybe at some point to see. Are you going to, by the way, to the Printing United in Dallas? In Orlando.
Orlando. Yeah, we are there, but I don't know. I want to fly again, right? So I have my bags packed.
Maybe we see each other there.
Right.
Thank you.
Then.
Okay, guys.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye. Good night.